everyone, Nicole here with CellBotics. I want to take a second and talk to you about our Samsung repair training, which is within our cell phone repair training course. We actually should probably call it mobile device repair training course because you're getting so many different devices, but we do cover Samsung in there along with some other Androids, but Samsung, it can be pretty expensive to repair these devices. And so although the actual teardown of them may be pretty simple, like once you get inside the device, so like say you, maybe you watch a video and you see, oh wow, the back comes off, you open it, there's 15 screws and bam, you're inside the phone. That part of tearing the phone down after you've got some training may be extremely simple, but getting inside of the phone without scratching the back, it's a pretty big deal, and the reason is because, and so I'm going to give you some information that we actually give in class, is that the replacement backs, if you're buying a real replacement back, it will not come with the Samsung logo and their information that's in the bottom in the very faint lettering. So you want to make sure that you're retaining that original back, or they will lose that. Now you might go to Amazon or eBay and you see a back that does have the logo. That's actually considered a counterfeit good unless it's been pulled from an original device and refurbished and resold, which at that point, if the IMEI or anything is on there, it would be from a different device. So basically, if you put that back on their phone, they're going to have a back that says some other information. Right now, I can't keep up with all the models and which ones have the number and which ones don't, because I don't actually have to replace the backs very often. I'm able to remove them without damaging them at all, and so we teach you how to do that. Now you say, well, what if somebody's back is already cracked? Well, that's a conversation you have to have with the customer. You can replace the back with just a blank back. That's perfectly fine. There's no legal issues there. But if you go on to Amazon or eBay and you buy one that is new, it'll say OEM new, and it's not OEM new. Let's just get this clear. OEM means original equipment manufacturer, I'm sorry. So that is insinuating that this is a brand new one from the equipment manufacturer, which would be Samsung, and that's just not true. They don't sell parts. So it's just like if you bought a Gucci purse from online that was fake, or you bought one from China. It's the same thing. It's counterfeit. Could have come from the same factory, could be the same thing, but because it's not coming from that company, then it is considered counterfeit. Now let's say it's OEM, but it's a pull from an old, so say somebody just parted out these phones. Sometimes they do part out phones, so you will get a back that is actually an OEM pull, which means it came from an actual device. But even then, it's not technically new, it is pulled, So if somebody comes to you and they have a cracked back already, this is a conversation you have with the customer. You say, look, we can put a new back on it, but you're gonna be missing XYZ on the back. Nothing we can do about that. If the customer is pretty adamant about it, now there are a lot of shops that do actually, my hair is being crazy today, don't mind me. I've got flurries going everywhere. This quarantine is driving me nuts, by the way. I've not been inside in so many days. I'm actually making this from my home office, so if you hear any dogs barking or anything, it's the dogs outside. If you tell them it's going to be a blank back, you can show them a picture of it. You can show it to them if you have it in stock. A lot of times you won't have it in stock. That's okay. That's kind of normal, especially because you don't know what Android you're going to be getting, and we talk about all that in class, okay? But you would just explain to them, or you can do like some other shops do, where they buy the one with the logo on it. We talk about this in class in depth. We kind of go over all the different issues you might run into or possibly could happen. Just to be frank with you, a lot of shops do keep those with the logo in stock. Completely up to them. It is what it is. It's one of these gray areas within the industry legally. It's just like if you bought a pair of Nikes from China and you were selling them as real Nikes. They're not real Nikes, you can't get in trouble for that. But a lot of shops do it, not maliciously. They just want to make their customer happy. So if you have a shop and you're watching this, don't kill me with daggers. I'm just trying to put this out there, okay? I understand why you do it. And what you can do is you can explain that to the customer. You can even have them maybe order the part and bring it in. Even then, you don't want to encourage your customer to be buying that kind of product. If you're going to be on the up and up, you're going to buy what the wholesalers sell, which is backs without a logo, you know, the proper, you know, wholesalers, right? There are some wholesalers that do sell this fake stuff, and we do have news stories that we'll go over in class that break down certain wholesalers and companies and stores that have been actually, owners have been arrested and things like that for the same issue. Yeah, so the issue about the backs is, so I can get back, I've digressed pretty far. You want to be able to remove the original back without damaging it. With that being said, there is a learning curve. So you'll leave class, you'll know how to tear the device down. Would you be perfect at removing a back? No, I would lie if I told you that during class you'll become an expert at removing backs. But you are gonna know how to handle if you do damage one. And then I'd say about 4 or 5 backs, you're gonna have it down. Maybe even less than that. You're gonna have it down, you're not gonna damage any. You just need that repetitiveness, and you might not even get that when you leave class, because a lot of times you're not fixing Android. I know that may come as a surprise to you, especially if you're an Android user. Apple is just much more popular for repair, and so, you know, it may be you get one Samsung here, a month later you get another. Unless you have a store, if you're opening a store, you're gonna see that high volume mix of devices. But if you're a mobile technician, usually you're working on Apple, and sometimes you get sporadic Android devices, so you might not be working on glass backs that much. And so it is important that you get that hands-on training for the Android, especially the Samsung series with the glass back, which would be like the what are they, S6 and newer, Note 4 or 5 or newer. Don't quote me, I don't have it written down right in front of me. And so, you know, you want to be able, because to get into the phone, you have to be able to take that glass back off. And remember, you want to be able to retain that glass back. So we do provide that training. You know, we go over that. We talk about all these branding issues and logo issues. Now, does that mean that the cell phone industry is in trouble? No, this has been going on for decades. Okay, we've had this problem with Apple parts and Android parts with dealing with the logo. Okay, we just work around it. This is not to scare you of the industry. This isn't something new. This has been going on for a long time. You just need to know the right way to handle it, and we're going to teach you that in class. Okay, so I hope this helps. This video gives you a little bit more detail about our Samsung training. Also about the front glass, just to bring that up. So you will learn about screen refurbishing in class, okay? But you can't master it in class, and we break down why. Any training center that tells you you will master screen refurbishing in a 1-week course and you're a beginner, they're throwing too much at you. You're gonna miss too much. I cannot say this enough in our videos. And these schools can say what they want to about me. They can say anything they want about CellBotics. Okay, you can't put all of it into 1 week and master everything. As a beginner, you need a good solid foundation, and you need to know where you can grow. We are realistic. We know what works. We're not gonna fluff you up and think that we can teach you everything about this industry and you can learn. Well, we do teach you about the industry as a whole, but you can't learn every single repair process in 1 week and master it. It's impossible. It's too big. There's too much to it. So refurbishing is one of those things where we go over it, we talk about it in depth. We tell you how to get into it. We give you a step-by-step plan. We teach you how to service refurbishing clients, because we actually have access to technicians who do that at a wholesale sort of rate, even some of our grads, and so in which you will eventually be able to do. So there is a process to it all. But to say that you can come into a 5-day course and master it, it would be a lie. So, but we do take care of that too. So when you come and you're concerned about, well, what about this Samsung phone that they're still using, but the glass is just cracked? What about that glass? Now, yeah, you can change the whole screen, but sometimes the part is more than $150. So we talk about that as well, how you can refurb that part, if it's still usable. If not, you have to swap the whole thing out. So we definitely go over that, and I don't want you to be worried about it. And I know right now this is I'm a little worried about how much I'm saying because this may be confusing some of you more than helping you. So I think I'll stop now. So we do help you. You will know how to fix the screen. You will know how to swap out the whole screen. You will know how to change all the inner components. You will know how to fix the back. So we do give you that detailed hands-on Samsung repair training. I hope I have not scared you or confused you. If you are new, if you're not new and you're watching this, you may be saying, oh, it's so simple. It's really not for someone who's never dealt with it. So maybe this channel isn't for you if you're already doing repairs. We are for people who have never done repairs and are entering this industry and want to change their life and have amazing income. And so some of this may seem like, well, why don't you just say what it is? But it's not that simple when someone doesn't understand the different layering and the parts and how they install. So I hope I didn't over confuse things. I just wanted to break down that we do give detailed Samsung repair training, and we hope to see you in class. And if you have any questions, please go to our website, cellbotics.com. Don't forget, you can actually schedule a free consultation with me or Michelle online if you just go to our website at the top, and you'll see that selection where you can schedule a consultation, and there is a free one there for pre-course questions. You basically can jump on a call with us directly, and you can ask us any questions you want about class, okay? I look forward to seeing you in class, and whatever you do, stop questioning and just join this industry, okay? All right, bye-bye.